Hi there everyone, it's Sarah here and I have the card tutorial for you for the Christmas cards that I made last week. And these are quick and easy to make, they're just all stamping, and I thought, I'll share this quick, well, I'm not saying it's going to be a quick video because I'm making it from start to finish, but just to show you the process and what I did, because I made these cards for my neighbours. So I'm going to go through it with you and show you what I've used. And you'll have to excuse me, I'm absolutely full and cold, and I'll try and make my way through this as best I can. So what you're going to need is, you're going to need some cardstock, and I've just used American Crafts textured cardstock. I used a darker green for the card, it's more of an olive green, but I didn't have any more of this left, so I'm just using the next one along. And you want to cut this at 10 inches by 3.5. So I'm just going to get my paper trimmer and I'm going to put it in at 3.5 and just cut that, and that's our card base. And I need to cut this at 10 inches long, so rather than getting my sidearm out on the trimmer, I'm just going to pop it in at 5 and score it, and then move this score line, sorry if you can see this, there's a score line here, move that along to 5-inch mark, and then just trim your paper. And that's your card base done. So that's 10 inches by 3.5 inches. And then we just want to fold that. And then just get your bone folder and give it a little crease. So that's the card base. And then what we want is, we want a panel for the front of this. And the panel is measuring 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm just using Crumb Cake cardstock from Stampin' Up. So if we make this 4, sorry, I'll do it 3 1/4. Do it this way first. And then this is by 4 3/4, so we'll just pop that in. And this is your panel for the card. So I'll just get my trimmer away just now. Now I'm going to be doing some stamping, and I'll just bring this card down. And I'm going to be using this lovely little stamp set from Clearly Besotted Stamps, and it is their Modern Christmas stamp set. And it's a whole load of Christmas trees with the stumps, some sentiments, and a little star. And I'm also using another Clearly Besotted stamp set, and this one is Holiday Sentiments. And I'm going to be using the holly and the berries. Wishing you a what did I put on this again? Merry Christmas. And I've just put them all together and joined them up on my stamp press, if you can see them there. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. So that's going to be the inside of the card sentiment. So what I'm going to do now is just get this Christmas tree set back down here, because I made these last week, and I did the zigzag one, so we'll do that first and put that on. I actually used the stamp press for this because I had a production line going of these. In fact, I might be able to get all 3 on the one, so I'll just pop that one there. And this one and this one. So I'm just going to put them together. And these are all done in the same ink. So, and I did these in Hero Arts Shadow Ink in Field Greens. And just ink up your stamps. Just make sure I've got enough on there, and then get your panel back across. And you want to leave enough room for the sentiment at the bottom and also the star at the top. So I'm just going to pop this on there and give it a good press. There we go. And that's our Christmas tree, so I'm going to pop this over here out of the way. And then I've got a little stamp set here with all the little bits and bobs on it that I use. So the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to get the tree base. It's stuck to my finger there. So I've got the tree base there, and the next ink that I'm using is Cup of Joe, another shadow ink. And then you just put your tree bases on. So that's that one finished with. Just pop that back on there just now because the next one I need is a star. I just pop that on, and then the next colour I'm using is Butterbar. And then just put a little tree star at the top of each tree. You could use silver or gold or whatever you want to use for these, but I went over it at the end with a Wink of Stella glitter pen in clear, and I'll do that last. The next thing we want to do is put a little sentiment on the bottom, and this is just Season's Greetings that I'm putting on here. And I'll be using black ink if I can find it. Here it is. And this is Hero Hues black dye ink. Just ink up the sentiment and pop that down there. And keep that black out because I'm going to be needing it. So that's more or less the base of your card done, ready to get mounted and put onto the front of the card. But what I'm going to do before I do that, I'll put the dimensional adhesive on it, and if I can find it, see the amount of times I lose things. It's a bit embarrassing. Right? Here we go. I'm just about out of this, so I am going to just chop some little pieces. There we go. I'm trying not to sniff and be on my best behaviour, but there we go. Let's pop these on here. Just helps use up all the bits and pieces. So before I put that one on, I'll leave that there just now. So that's the card topper done. Now what I want to do now is open up the card base and get my black ink out again and get my stamp press over and just ink this up. And we'll do the inside of the card. There we go. Just pop that there, centre it up, and then just press it down. Give it a good press. And there we go. I'll clean that in a minute, but that's the sentiment done on the inside of the card. So while that's drying, I'll peel off my dimensional adhesive. And then we'll just turn this round and pop this on the card. There we go. And the next step is take your Wink of Stella pen and just colour in your little stars on the top of your tree. And then we can move on to doing the envelope. And these are just quick. See, once you get the production line going on these, you can rattle them out in no time at all. So I'll pop that up there to dry. And the envelopes that I'm using are by Stampin' Up, and it's their crumb cake envelopes. and they come in a pack of, I don't know, 50 maybe. And so I've got my envelope here, and what I'm going to do is I am going to use one of these stamps here. Pop those two there just now and get my ink back out and just ink this up. And put that on the front of the envelope. And then we get the Cup of Joe one back out for the, what did I do with that? Oh, it's here, for the tree base. I just pop that at the bottom, and then we need the star and butter bar again, and just put that at the top of the tree, and that'll get a coat of Wink of Stella in a minute. And then we go on to doing the holly and the berries. Pop that there just now. And I'm doing this on the flip side of the envelope, just here at the back flap. And I'm using Forever Green by Hero Arts. And then we're just going to pop that on there. That's our holly. And the red that I'm using is Red Royale, which is another shadow ink. And then you just pop that on there, and that's your berries. And then I can flip this back over and then just colour in the star. And then hopefully this is dry. I just want to put a little bit on the berries. And that's your card finished. So you've got a nicely decorated envelope for the card with the berries on the back, and then you've got your little dinky 5 by 3.5 card that's just ideal for sticking round the neighbours. And then you can see the Wink of Stella just giving it a little bit shimmer on the top. So I hope you enjoyed that little quick tutorial. I know it's 12 minutes, nearly 13 minutes long, but I can assure you once you get everything going and do all the stages for, you know, cut all your paper, get all your panels done, stamp your envelopes, it takes no time at all to rattle the cards out. So I hope to see you soon with another video. Until then, I'll speak to you all later. Bye for now.